There are 14 mountaintops on Earth that are more than 8,000 meters, or about 26,200 feet in elevation. They're called 8,000ers. They're among the most dangerous and challenging to climb because of extreme altitudes, harsh weather, and difficult terrain. Mount Everest is the tallest one. Only a select group of elite climbers have summited all 14 peaks, and one of them joins us right here on the fort today, Gerlinde Kaltenbrunner. She's speaking tomorrow at the Conrad in La Jolla. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
This is so exciting. You grew up in Austria, is that correct?
Exactly.
Surrounded by beautiful mountains. Is that what inspired you to get started exploring like you do?
Exactly, yes. I grew up in a very tiny village surrounded by mountains. And yeah, there was a priest who was a very enthusiastic mountaineer. And with him I started climbing. And then there was the big dream. Once in my life I wanted to climb an 8,000-meter peak.
Well, here in the States, I mean, we've got Mount Whitney, the highest mountain in the lowest 48, but that is child's play in comparison to what you've been doing. K2 is famous, and really it might be infamous because of all the movies that have come out about it. I mean, it's been deadly for people who have tried to climb it. You did it. You were the first female to do it without help with oxygen. Is that right? Talk to us about that.
You know, for me it was from the very beginning very important to climb all the 14 8,000-meter peaks without bottled oxygen, to do it with my own strength, with my own energy. And yes, K2 was the most difficult one because every route is very steep, very demanding, very dangerous. And I needed 4 expeditions, 7 attempts until I could reach the top and to make it back safe and sound. Yeah, it was super hard, but also the most beautiful experience I had.
I'm sure. How long does something like that take?
For K2, we needed 2 months and 3.5 weeks because of a long bad weather period of 2 weeks, and you have to climb up and down many times to get very well acclimatized.
So you don't get sick.
Exactly, because up there at 8,000 meters is only 1/3 of oxygen pressure left, so you cannot take your backpack and climb up at 8,000. It would be life dangerous. And for this reason, your body takes time to get adapted to this situation. And so you climb up and down many times, each time a little bit higher and back down towards base camp, and until your body is ready to start for the summit.
I mean, yeah, because people talk about I've heard of people talk about altitude sickness on Mount Whitney, and again, this is much higher what you're talking about. So your background, though, your profession was a nurse.
Exactly, yes.
So, and you would just save your pennies from nursing to do these incredible expeditions.
Exactly, yes. Really, every single cent we say, I collected for my big expeditions because they are quite expensive. And after my 5th 8,000-meter peak, it was Nanga Parbat, located in Pakistan. I got first little sponsors who supported me with some gear and so on. And yeah, I fulfilled my dreams.
So for somebody that might be watching this or see this online, and people that are going to see you in La Jolla, who are probably avid outdoors people, what would be a mountain you would say that they should go and check out and try to? What's a good first start?
You know, before you head off for an 8,000-meter peak, I think it's important to get experience on lower mountains, on Mount Whitney or whatever, or Denali also, 6,000-7,000-meter peaks before you start for an 8,000-meter peak. It depends. The real style of climbing is without bottled oxygen, and so you have to be really very well prepared physically. I do a lot of endurance training and power training. I take care of a very healthy nutrition. I do breathing exercises. I do meditation. And this all is very important to be able to climb those mountains in a good way.
I just have one more quick question. What you're doing can be deadly. Why do you do it?
Because I love mountain climbing, And I'm very much aware there is a certain rest of risk, but I train myself a lot, and in the meanwhile, I have a lot of experiences. Yeah. And so, you know, everywhere you have a rest of risk, and of course also at the very high mountains.
And this is so beautiful. Okay, I can't wait to hear more about it and read more about this online. She'll be at the Conrad coming up on Thursday, March 6th at 7:30 p.m. Thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.